Well, welcome back everyone to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill and today is a special Halloween edition video. Happy Halloween everyone. Hopefully you are staying safe this evening, but what better than to do an unboxing on a Halloween specific sneaker. Today we'll be discussing the Nike SB Dunk, and these are known as the Sweet Tooth Candy Corns. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. Today we'll be doing a special Halloween edition unboxing. Today we'll be talking about the Nike SB Dunk Highs. These are known as the Sweet Tooth Candy Corns. We'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I style this really cool color scheme. Then we will conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. Let's jump right into it. For those of you who always love getting really cool themed silhouettes specifically for holidays, I feel like this was just such a great pairing for specifically Halloween, because one of the most famous candies I think most people think of when it comes to the holiday is candy corn. I have always wanted to be a fan of candy corn, but every time I eat it, I just don't like it. It has a very kind of marshmallow flavor. I like marshmallows only usually with a few things like Rice Krispie treats or s'mores, but other than that, like, I'm not obsessed with the flavor, so candy corn has not yet really grown on me. But for those of you who are obsessed with candy corn, this is definitely a pair I feel like you have to snag, just because it does look identical to that candy corn colorway. So as you can see, it has a very cool gradient effect, the way that they've decided to color scheme this silhouette. So the upper is primarily white, just like a candy corn would be on the tip. And then when we work up to the laces, I've got them currently laced with orange, but you do get an additional pair. I don't know why, but this seems like it's the same exact orange tone actually, so you're not really getting an additional 3 different colors, but this is orange like the one you have here currently. You also get a white lace as well as black to swap those out if you feel that you're not as big of a fan of the color scheme that they've laced it up with. As far as the tongue goes, we've got just a nice simple orange mesh tongue, and then on the top we've got this really cute candy corn. I guess he's not really cute, he's kind of scary actually, but really has this Halloween effect. It almost looks like the candy corn's mouth was sewn shut with some black thread. And we've got Nike SB in white, and then the swoosh mark is embroidered in yellow. Then as we work our way to the top, you'll see that it is outlined in a yellow tone, and on the back it says, "Warning, do not take candy from strangers." How many parents told you growing up as a kid to not take candy from strangers? Because mine did a million times. But yeah, really cute on the inside. The tooth also has like a little SB logo on top of that as well. Let me see if the other side says the same. Yep, so on both of the tongues, you do get that same warning on the interior of this pull tab. Let's take a look at all those details, then move along to the side panels. right, so wrapping around to the side panels, we're getting this gradient effect of the different tones of orange, just like the candy corn. And then as far as the swoosh mark goes, it's a solid orange tone with outlines of some nice nubuck suede in yellow. Wrapping around to the back, we do have a nice pop of yellow for the pull tab here. And then as we wrap around to the lateral side, you're getting that same gradient effect and the same colors and hues. The interior is really cool, actually. It's got candy corn for the insole. So if you weren't sure what a candy corn candy is, you do have them completely covering the insole as a detail shot. And then, I wonder, it looks like there's actually something buried in some of these candy corns. I'm not quite sure if that's like a quarter or what it is. I'm gonna have to take this out. But Nike SB is also printed in black. When we work our way down to the midsole, we've got some orange threading and just a simple white midsole with a black and orange outsole. And if you look at the right on the front of the toe box region here, it's very subtle, the detailing, but it is actually bite marks on here. So if you were to bite into the shoe, it is actually an imprint of someone's teeth. I'm not sure whose teeth that is, but it's really cool that they added that to make this look like a very tasty looking shoe. All right, so now let's talk about all of those last details. Size and fit goes, I always actually size half a size up in all of my SB dunks, and I feel like these fit me perfectly, especially with that additional padding that you're getting on the side portion of the sneaker itself. I do have high arch narrow feet, so do take that into consideration when deciding on what size range will work best for you. All right, so now let's talk about styling. Again, a really cool candy corn looking sneaker and a really nice gradient effect. So I definitely wanted to play off of some of the color schemes that I saw throughout. But for the first look, I kept it pretty simple with an all black look, just because black I feel like is a very simplified way of making this the standout piece in your wardrobe. So I went with a bandeau leather top and a simple pair of black leather shorts. The second look, I decided to match the orange tones with an orange sweater and some nice light brown corduroy pants for a nice earthy look. Decided to play off the yellow with a kind of goldeny yellow sweater, and then I paired that with a nice printed kind of reptilian snake pattern, and it was in a nice light white tone with some brown.
so now let's talk about how much these are going for on the resale market. So these retailed at $125. They're currently going between $140 to $160. All right, everyone, I really hope that you have an amazing Halloween. Thanks so much for tuning in. That is all for this episode. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you all in the next episode.